So I sit here in my home. I hope the Lord can come save my soul. 'Cause I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. My eyes are open, now I can see all of the damage brought on by me. I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. 'Cause I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. My eyes are open, now I can see of the damage brought on by me. I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. Oh, 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 Well, here we go, another day in the basement, another episode brought to you by those of us who enjoy playing music, making funny faces at me while I'm singing, trying to do things with microphones that we're not going to talk about. That shit ain't right. Anyways, hey, thank you for being here, those of you who are on with us. Again, welcome to the basement. Eyes are open, I can see all of the damage brought on by me. I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. I'm a sinner to my core. I ask forgiveness, nothing more. Everybody's telling me that we've got some people on. I want to recognize those who are with us. Let y'all know how much I appreciate you standing by me. What's it? Looks like, was that Brittany? I'm sure the lady Kel and my man Brad.
Welcome to the basement.
You guys are killing me over there, man. I'm trying to sing. You guys are doing stupid shit.
We were making sure that our mics worked.
Yeah.
Just because it's big and black and it's near my mouth does not mean.
Hey. Look. I'm non-judgmental. You know, each man to his own. So.
If it was gonna be anyone, it'd be me, though.
Right.
Well, what do we have planned today, man?
You know, just a regular show.
Regular show.
We were just talking.
Regular
we
show.
got the exciting new segment today.
Oh yeah. We do.
I'm excited about the fact that we got a new segment. We're we're experimenting with some things to kind of bring a little bit more to the show as far as discovering a little more about who I am and what I do. We're also going to, go out and do little things that kind of interest us and bring outside in. So I'm excited about that today. Hopefully that runs up nice and smooth. The production end of it and everything went good. What do you think, Jake?
I think it went great.
Preston, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit of a surprise for what we're going to do.
Preston learned about sound and video yesterday.
Yes, I did. I can't help but think that we're going a little ways away from the podcast sort of setup we have so that you can listen and not watch. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
That is true. I would say that. But at the same time, I think we're growing as a show. And I think putting on a show is just as important as the listening portion of it. And you know what? If the worst case scenario, we put some good music behind whatever segment we do, they can just chill out and then they can listen to your dad talk about things that he loves.
Yeah.
Like Steve Rogers.
I just think that we have to keep in mind that that's what
True.
our
Absolutely.
goal is, what we're aiming for. So.
And other things that we're going to be talking about today. So besides the segment, we're also going to be talking about some crazy Kanye shenanigans that are happening here. Preston, turn your mic up a little.
Okay.
It's a matter of him talking into it. He doesn't project as much as me and Ken do, and so
that's the next thing that we got to work on is getting us some mics that we can work with.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
In the studio here, and you get you guys some. But again, everything comes down to the budget,
Money.
And the executive producer, she doesn't say, "Hey, you out of money." So we're going to work with what we got and do those kind of things. And I agree with Preston that we still want to keep this to where you can listen to it and get as much value out of it at the same time. Definitely.
So on that note, we need $1,000 donation. Brad.
10 times.
10 times.
No, let's get this going. So, do we want to start with this segment and then kind of go from there, or do we want to actually start with our conversation piece?
I'd like to talk a little bit because I kind of got interested in what you were talking about a few minutes ago. About Kanye. Kanye's bringing in a house or something? What'd you say? He's like trying to bring in.
I'm going to read the headline, and this is the reason that I left it at this, and I didn't give anybody any more information on this because I read the article and it just blew my mind. So here is the title. Kanye West reportedly tried to move actual childhood home into stadium for Donda listening event. Logistical and licensing complexities barred the move. So they built it on the Donda stage for the live music section of what's going on. They have like a little chapel, and it's a production. It's a huge thing. But they built it as a set, so it could be moved and it could be gone to multiple locations. Well, Kanye's like, nah, fam, that's not enough. I want my home. And he went through the process of buying and purchasing his childhood home just for the purpose of repurposing it, moving it to every single show that he's going to do across the United States and having it in the middle of his stadium shows.
So, how was he? Was he going to take walls out or something and kind of...
I think that's where the logistical complexity
came. To say, okay, because you're having this show and you're going to want people to see you in there, right? I don't understand. That's kind of crazy. But, we were talking about how, when you have so much money that you don't look at things realistic. You don't say to yourself, okay, like me, to move, a kitchen cabinet is like a big deal. This guy's talking about moving his home into a place. That's kind of crazy.
From Chicago.
Yeah, right. And then moving it around the world on a tour. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy. That's for sure. So, but, some things I was reading about on the extreme individuals and stuff, because I started looking up, so, okay, who's got crazy stuff going on? I don't know if you know this, but Sly Stallone is like one of the richest men in the world. I did not know this, and I was researching this, and this guy has so much freaking money. You take like 5 actors and actresses that well-known names, combine them together, and they almost make as much money as Sly Stallone does.
Oh yeah.
Off of his just royalties and stuff and everything alone. But he's also got all these crazy investments, like because you think about what is the Hard Rock cafes? He's got all the Hard Rock cafes and stuff and everything. But has spawned all these restaurants and all these fitness genres, and he actually built a hospital for some type of kids and people that have a certain muscular problem that they can't develop muscle and stuff and everything. So, I mean, like, that's pretty cool. That is something, when you got that much money, you do stuff like that. That's kind of cool. But on the other hand, you look at John Travolta. John Travolta built a house that looked like an airport terminal and has 2 actual airplanes built into the thing.
Right.
So that's kind of a, so I guess if I had all the money in the world, I'd be doing some crazy stuff. But
well, talking about Sly, didn't he like do something crazy with like the Rambo figurines or something? Didn't he own the merchandising rights or something to that? Wasn't it was like
I would have to
unheard
suggest,
of
since
one?
he's a corporation now, dude, I would have to suggest it. Yes.
Yeah, like he made insane moves as a young producer and director and actor to get those rights to licensing toys, merchandise, things like that, and owning those rights. Because most of the time, the actors or likeness or anything like that, they don't own them. Like Marvel Studios owns Iron Man. Imagine if Robert Downey Jr. owned the rights to Iron Man toys.
Yeah, but I would suggest that would be a little bit more difficult because that's a Marvel character.
Right, but
and he, whereas
just an
as
example.
Rambo he was Rambo.
Correct.
There's no other world built around Rambo other than, and I'm glad he said he's not doing any more Rambo movies.
Oh, thank
Because
God.
the last one was,
It was a good end.
it was a good end, yes.
It was way dramatic.
But all good things
but a
got to come to an end. So, Preston, tell us, what's going on in the EDM/young dude music world?
Exactly the same thing that's been going on for a couple months now, actually. Shows are still coming back to life. The live stage is coming back. I think Lollapalooza or whichever other one, EDC, I believe. I think those started to come back a little bit just recently. Some things here in Utah are coming back, like Get Lucky and Get Freaky.
Get Freaky's coming back?
Yeah, those shows are coming back here.
So, wait a minute. They're bringing Freaky back.
They are indeed.
They are bringing Freaky
bringing
back.
Freaky back.
Get Freaky is a blast of a time if you've never been.
It's really cool.
That's out in Saltaire.
Yep.
Correct.
You went to that, didn't you go, Press?
I don't go to the shows very much because I don't personally like going to shows. They're a lot for me to handle. But my brother Colin, he does go to those.
Colin really enjoys going. He has a group of friends that he goes and, like, his EDM friends and everything, and they go and have a good time. And it seems like it's fairly safe. I mean, considering the fact that it's a big show, big venue, a long travel. He usually is the designated driver guy, so he's got himself together fairly well. So it's
safe is how you make it. And
well, yeah,
that's one thing.
That's true.
If you go with a group of friends and you all stick together and you all actually look out to each other and you don't have your own self-interest in mind, generally a show is safe. It's when you go and you all start separating and you end up being a lone wolf trying to make your way through those situations and you're not ready for them. That's when it happens.
Yeah, and I think most people, most guys that go with girls are like, hey, I got to at least keep some sensibility about me because I got to watch out for these people. And girls make sure guys ain't getting too drunk and doing stuff they ain't supposed to be doing and acting all the fool and stuff and everything, which happens.
Yeah,
that those things do happen. So, but hey, I'm really excited about the next segment here because gives me an opportunity to not only introduce you guys to myself and the things I enjoy doing, but it's a kind of a triumph for us all. And I really hope that you enjoy the next clip. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this section of the show. What we want to do is start doing small segments where we talk a little bit about whatever type of things and stuff, and so we kind of need a rehearsal. And so what better way to practice putting together a segment than doing something I love to do every day, and that is to take care of my garden. talk a little bit about the garden, those type of things. So, hey, let's get started on that, all right? What I do every day is I come out here and I talk to my plants. I water them up real good, kind of pick at them a little bit. Usually these ones right here, these ones started out, you'll see this pot is a giant pot. And it goes all the way to the ground. I think it's a 30-inch pot with an 18-inch opening. And I love these right here because it's a great entranceway. When we come in, it kind of frames the entire garden as you enter. So I'm excited about these. The only thing is it does take a few minutes because these are big pots. These really take a lot of water because they get sun all day long. And the thing about the sun on these right here is just I feed them every day, and it just has really made them bloom and blossom and stay blooming the entire time. And I'm not sure what these are called, but I love these things because they can grow, and they just like grow their ass off. So I'm really enjoying this part of my garden because I like the way it frames as we come in. This section of the garden is my favorite, or one of my favorite. These guys just have all worked hard. I got a late planting on them, and then they suffered some sun damage early, but they've all come back and they all look beautiful. I really enjoyed this part of the garden. We pull the fireplace out a little bit and fire it up, and it's a really nice place to sit because it gives us the opportunity to enjoy the rest of the garden with the view, but at the same time, you get the ambiance of fire, and so I enjoy this part of the garden. These guys, I love them. They've come a long way. So yeah, this is, like I said, this is a really nice section of the garden to sit at. So this is one of my more favorite, especially for this spot in the yard, and I call this my Steve Rogers, because the reason I call it Steve Rogers is because when we first put it in there, these oh man, they were kind of wilting. They weren't doing too well. They were working, but now they just blossomed, became that Captain America type thing. So I love these guys. Because of their spot in the sun, they grew quick, and a little grew out of control, and so I need to put some sticks up underneath them, support them a little bit, and they get a lot of sun. So I got to constantly deadhead off these. See, like these dead ones here. Hey everybody, thanks for being here with me for a few minutes. I got to take you through my garden. I love what I do here. So it's time for me to break to the gym. So we're gonna wrap this up. Anytime you want to come sit with me and drink a cup of coffee, maybe a beverage in the evening, feel free.
was. Yes, that was not a bad first try, and really got to tip my hat to Jake on the video editing. Preston did a great job helping us film the raw footage. So we're going to be seeing more things like this, and then that way. Thank you. So shoot us some ideas if you liked it. What to do different? What to do? Some ideas on what to talk about. What you want to see. Maybe you want to see a story about the city or something. I don't know. Well, we got some ideas that we're whiteboarding right now. So I want to. I'm hoping that we can integrate a little bit more of this into the system as we go. So Jake,
Yes, sir.
give me the 411 on how that all went down and what your thoughts are.
Oh well, it was a great first time run. I've been doing music videos and product videos and things like that for a while now, and so I've kind of got my hand at it and understand some of the basics. And so this was relatively easy. You luckily have a beautiful yard out there. You have a beautiful garden. You have beautiful flowers. You have a beautiful scenery, and so it really. Most of that did all the work for me. to be perfectly honest with you, that did most of the work for me. We did struggle with a little bit of sound and things like that, and we figured out we had an issue with one of the cards, which it's one of those things.
Right. Well, that's a lot of why I wanted to do a quick rehearsal in the background. I honestly didn't think it was going to turn out half that good, so I'm really pleased with it, and I appreciate you acknowledging my yard. I work hard on it, and me and Kelly have spent. This is year 4 on it, and we're really pleased with the vision that we had, and a lot of it was really planned out, but a lot of it came organically, like to drop down into the kitchen. We were really trying to figure that out, and Kelly said, "Well, why don't you just drop down into the kitchen?" And we were like, "Oh my gosh, that's a great idea!" So it's been a good time. Love sitting in the yard. We have certain spots where we just like to sit and spend our night doing that, and we've got the gazebo area where we can close it up in case mosquitoes and stuff in area and everything like that. So just a really good time. And I really do. I do encourage people come over and sit and talk and hang out with us because it's a great place to be. Really, it's calming. We're bringing in a water feature, so we'll have water running all the time. And so I'm hoping that we can do more things like this in the future. I think that we have the ability.
Oh, absolutely.
It's just now it's working on the content and what we're going to talk about. So
storyboarding is a big portion of that, and that's something that we didn't do for this project at all. Is we really didn't spend any time preparing. We're just like, well, let's just shoot in the garden. Well, let's just do this. One of the things that really bums me out about the garden shoot though is no one out there. You get to see all the pretty flowers and all the pretty colors and things like that, but one thing that you miss entirely is the smell. It is absolutely like I said, I just got to keep putting it to Kenn and the work that he's put out there. He's got this giant mint plant that just emanates that sweet mint smell all over the place. All the flowers, it smells like a real garden out there. And we've been here for I've been 4 or 5 barbecues, events, things like that, and it doesn't matter what time of the year it is. The backyard is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I put a lot of work into making sure that we have some bloom going on. I was really surprised this year that the spring bloom was fantastic. I was almost everything I planted for early just bloomed and colored and did everything I wanted to. So
don't you love it when a plan comes together?
right. Exactly. So,
all right, Hannibal. Well, you're gonna hit us with some more music, right?
Yeah, let's do some music because I think that's kind of why some people come here, huh?
All right, well, let's hit it, man.
Another Friday night, a line of cars are leaving. Home team's got an out-of-towner. Me, I'm sitting on the hood of mine drinking. Just a parking lot down and outer. Under that high school bleacher, I drove that preacher's daughter crazy. Her mama was my homeroom teacher. Her dad was hell bent on raising me. I'm sure there's higher highs where the high risers rise. For me, I'm gonna stay right here tonight. It has been around here, but you ain't around here, no. Putting you down, you, another round you, till my down goes up. Lit up like that one stoplight, crossing that welcome sign. Ever since you got that out there, bud, I kept me around here, bud. Never had big city eyes, hell, I never been east of Dallas. Got no idea where you are now. And did you ever get that penthouse palace? No, Scotty ain't got no vibe, got no gas in his neon light. But he's got 2 for 1 till 2 tonight. Kept me around here, but you ain't around here, no. Putting you down, you, another round you, till my down goes up. Lit up like that one stoplight, crossing that welcome sign. Ever since you got that out there, bud, kept me around here, bud. Has been around here, but you ain't around here, no. You're putting you down, you, another round you, till my down goes up. Lit up like that one stoplight, crossing that welcome sign. Ever since you got that out there, bud. Ever since you got that out there, bud. Has been around here, bud. Has been around here, bud. Around here, bud. Around here, bud. The crowd goes wild. My voice is a little rough today, huh? Yeah, not exactly on my A game, huh?
Yeah, you sound tired this morning.
Yeah, problem with drinking as much water as I drink, often I'm up at night.
Oh, is that all it is? You wake yourself up and then you can't go back to sleep?
Yes, that's the problem.
And you're like 2 hours to go back to sleep, and then you end up with like 3 hours of sleep by the end of it?
See him on the TV, he's preaching about the promised land. He tells me believe in Jesus, but steals the money from my hand. Some say he was a good man, but Lord, I think he's sinned. 22 years of mental tears, tries a suicidal Vietnam vet, about a losing war on a foreign shore, about his country didn't want him back. The bullets took his best friends in Saigon, the lawyers took his wife, his kids, no regret. In a time I can't remember, in a war he can't forget. He cries, forgive me for what I done there, 'cause I never meant the things I did. And give me something to believe in. Oh Lord above, Give me something to believe in. Oh Lord, arise. My best friend died, a lonely man, some house in a hotel room. I got the call last Christmas Eve when they told me the news. I tried all night not to break down and cry as the tears rolled down my face. I felt so cold and empty, like a lost soul out of place. And the mirror, mirror on the wall sees a smiling face again. Give me something to believe in. Oh Lord above, give me something to believe in. Oh Lord, arise. Sometimes I wish to God I didn't know now things I didn't know then. Give me something to believe in. Give me something to believe in. Give me something to believe in. Take the high road. Oh yeah. Give me something to believe in. Take the high road. Oh yeah. I drive a homeless sleeping in the cold hard street, like bodies in an open grave. Underneath the broken old neon sign, they used to read Jesus saved. And a while away live the rich folks, and I see how they're living it up. And while the poor they eat from hand to mouth, the rich drink from the golden cup. It just makes me wonder why so many lose and so few win. Give me something to believe in. Oh Lord above, give me something to believe in. Oh Lord, arise. Sometimes I wish to God I didn't know now things I didn't know then. Give me something to believe in. Oh yeah. Give me something to believe in. Oh yeah. You take the high road. Oh yes. You take the high road. Oh yeah. With that dead note, not a bad version, huh?
Not a bad version at
Bad
all.
version.
No, no, no.
Yeah. Need to work on that ending a little bit more.
So, one thing that we are gonna have to do
Oh.
is switch really quickly to my camera so we can put the focus on me because we lost your guitar.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So what we're gonna be doing in this moment is we're gonna be changing out the battery on a Taylor guitar, which is unfortunately not an easy thing to do. And as fast as you go through batteries, you'd think it'd be a lot easier. And so we love Taylor here, absolutely love them. And this could be an us problem as well. But we feel like the battery issue is something that's needs to be addressed. Come on, Taylor. You make a beautiful sounding guitar, beautiful pickups. You know, the guitar itself looks absolutely phenomenal, but we should not be going through a battery every 2 days. That's just way too fast. And we're even unplugging it. So there was a suggestion on that to unplug it and to bring everything off. And it's just not going the way that we had planned it. But I think we've got it back now. We are getting towards the end of this segment where you get to sit here and listen to me. Oh, that is a guitar.
Yeah,
we have got a guitar now. So I'm gonna switch back to the entertainment here, and I'll get the big black mic
this
out of
Taylor
this.
guitar, dude. The story behind this particular guitar is that I have played music all my life, and I've got this old Alvarez right here is older than you two, and I played that a lot and stuff and everything, and I've always wanted to get a Taylor, and I've always, like, I'll see people playing, I'll mention, man, those are nice guitars and stuff and everything. And so for when I retired from the Army, as most of you know, I am retired from the Army. I did 33 years, and my wife said she's going to get me a guitar. And so she worked with a friend of mine, Joe, from the Jokin' Band, and they worked together to get me this particular guitar right here, and they gave it to me at my retirement ceremony. And it was just, to me, it was an emotional moment because, like, oh my God, like, this was like one of those things where, like, somebody really put a lot of thought into it. And I love this guitar. I love the sound of the Taylor. And everyone, like, Joe has a Taylor. Somebody,
Jody has one.
Jody had one,
Yeah.
and they're all the same series, but they sound completely different.
It's incredible.
It is incredible. It just goes to.
Not in a bad way though. Like, there's a lot of people that would take that the wrong way. They all sound they sound different in really good ways. They sound unique.
Right. They sound very unique, and it's just a body construction and stuff and everything. And she was asking me about what makes a Taylor guitar so different, and so, like, I showed her that one. It's got split wood and it's got frame inside and stuff versus all this, like, single piece wood, and the frame is, like, completely different, and it's got little cuts in it to make things sound better and look better. So
The difference is one of those is machine made and one of those is handmade.
right, yes,
That's
the biggest
ultimately what it
difference.
comes down to.
Yeah, biggest difference for sure. So, had somebody ask me if I would do fast hand again. I can't remember the last time I did it, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it again.
We're doing it again.
Doing it again. Doing it and doing it and doing it well. I know everybody says, Ken, don't rap. Or whatever. Don't do that.
Don't rap.
Don't do that. Yeah, whatever that is, yeah.
What do you get when you cross country and rap?
What's that?
The correct answer is crap. I did not like that song. There's a lot of people that say that's a great party song. It's awful.
Didn't want to shoot that man, but he heard that I was fast. Liquor gave him the courage, put a man in the ground. But nobody saw, couldn't claim no self-defense. So I took off with the morning sun, running from my sin. Ended up in every town where all the bad men go. They've been running just like me, but someone always knows. They say, ain't you the man that shot that boy? Wants his turn to dance. So I died in that street that night. No, I never had a chance. Never meant to be a bad man. I just had a fast hand. Ain't nothing in hell I haven't been through here. I just wanna walk out. Yeah, and then I'll save my life. I never meant to be a bad man. I just had a fast hand. Ended up in Fort Worth, 'cause no one knows me here. Time's got a funny way of taking away the years. Don't mind the changes or the age that's in my face, but there's a piece of the soul in every man I killed, in every godforsaken place. was fast. You know, liquor gave him the courage to put a man in the ground. Nobody saw, couldn't claim no self-defense. I took off with the morning sun, running from my sin. Never meant to be a bad man. I just had a fast hand. Ain't nothing in hell I haven't been through here. I just wanna walk out. Yeah, and then I'll save your life and never let you be a bad man. I just had a fast hand. I just had a fast hand. I just had a fast hand. Didn't want to shoot that boy, but he heard that I was fast. Well, that was that. Got to work on that just a little bit more, but I think it was okay.
Sounded good from this end.
Did it sound good for
Yeah.
you? Just keep forgetting the words sometimes.
That happens to the best of us.
Oh, we got one more. I think we got time for a few more, don't we?
We actually are starting to have some technical difficulties.
Oh, we're having some technical difficulties.
And
Okay.
so we might need to cut this one
Okay,
a tad
so-
bit short. About
We're going to cut this a tad bit short because there's some type of technical difficulties. Now, see, y'all don't know this yet, but I'm sitting up here and they're starting to give me all these hand signals and stuff and everything, which we discussed some of them. But on the other hand, and so I'm in the middle of a song and I'm trying to remember words and trying to figure out what was that hand signal? Do I steal third?
yes.
Yes, steal third. So, hey, we're going to cut this a little bit short. I thought the day went well. Whatever technical difficulties we're having right now, we'll see if we can't work with and fix. But I really appreciate everybody being here, supporting us. Remember, tell your friends about us. Make sure that you put it on Facebook, YouTube. The more people we get following us, the more people we get liking us, the better opportunities we have for marketing and moving us into places where we want to be in the future. So, hey, everyone, I really appreciate you being here on another episode of The Basement.
Dad, I'm gonna need you to read chat real quick.
What's that?
Go read the chat real quick.
Go. Oh, hang on. Hang on.
Thanks, Mom.
Yes.
Not sure what that hand signal will be.
Yes. I'm not sure. Yeah. I have an idea, but we can't discuss it all. Yeah. All right. Again, everyone, thank you for being here on this episode of The Basement.